Wow, Supreme Court Justice Alito says the leaked Dobbs decision made him and other justices the targets for assassination.
It was a grave betrayal of trust by somebody, and it was a shock because nothing like that had happened in the past. It gave people a rational reason to think they could prevent that from happening by killing one of us.
Here to react is Shannon Bream, Fox News Sunday anchor and Fox News chief legal correspondent. Good morning to you, Shannon.
Good morning, Ainsley.
What's disturbing is not only was there a leak trying to change the outcome of this ruling, but also that they're going to the houses of these justices, and the justices are worried that they're going to be assassinated so that a Democrat would be placed in one of their positions.
I mean, it was so dangerous. And remember, at the time, this started that weekly, nightly schedule of going to different justices' houses. Some of that still continues to this day. You may not hear about it a lot, but it actually is still a reality for these justices who are often moving around to different homes. They're worried about their kids and their grandkids. So this was something that shocked, I think, all of us. And it was a real betrayal, a lot of folks felt, at the court itself, because that leak came in May. We didn't get the opinion until almost 2 months later, at the end of June. And all during that time, there were these threats. Don't forget, during that time, also in early June, a guy was arrested outside Justice Kavanaugh's house with guns, ammo, tactical equipment, all kinds of things. There was a hearing in his case yesterday. People need to remember that was a very, very real threat.
Absolutely. And Shannon, we still don't know if they have caught the leaker. I'm sure there's an internal investigation. We don't know the status of it. We hope they found the leaker. But also, nobody was prosecuted for what is a violation of the law. If you go and protest in front of somebody's house in hopes of intimidating that person, that is against the law. This DOJ hasn't prosecuted anybody.
Yeah, and there have been people who are trying to get answers to that from the DOJ about exactly what happened. What were the communications? I know the Heritage Foundation, I believe, is one of the groups that is sued for FOIA documents that they requested in response to that, saying, listen, what were you guys doing? Why was the decision made to let these people just go ahead and protest when there's a very clear statute on the books that said if you show up at someone's home to protest or to demonstrate in a way that's meant to influence potentially the decision they're trying to make as a judge, it's against the law. And I don't recall anybody, really facing consequences for that. It was obviously that case at Justice Kavanaugh's house that I mentioned that really was serious and had an arrest. But for a lot of these folks, like I said, some of this stuff still continues today, months later.
Shannon, it would be great to see a Democratic-appointed Supreme Court justice come out and say what Alito said alongside them. To make this a nonpartisan issue, it should be that should be something that we just believe in this country should not be intimidating justices. Why don't you think that happened?
Well, one thing that has been nice over the last few months is to see how, Justice Sotomayor, for example, has come out and talked about her love for Justice Thomas and how he really cares about people at the court. She says he's the one who knows who everyone's birthday is, what's happening with their kids, if they've gotten married, if they've been sick. So I feel like there have been justices out there trying to say, listen, we care about each other. We may see the law differently, but we're genuinely friends, and these are good people. And I think that's an important message for them to send, regardless of whether they were appointed by Democrat or Republican.
Right.
So, but also, I don't think the protesters were outside of the liberal justice's home. So maybe that's part
we had
of it.
no
They
reports
could be in the
of that.
future. Fox News Sunday featuring Shannon Bream is not only going to be 2 o'clock on our channel, but you're going to be on the network too.
We'll be watching.
I'll see you there, Brian. You're busy Saturday night, but I know you get up Sunday morning to watch too.
Why wouldn't I?
We all do.
Yep, my butler gently wakes me.
That's great.
Thank you, Shannon.
With a spot of tea. Good to see you guys.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.